No Man's Sky, Expedition 6, Blighted Redux. Hello No Man's Sky, it's your friend the Traveler. Join me in today's special episode of No Man's Sky Expedition 6, the Blighted Redux. If you're new to the channel, go check out my other videos now of weekly ship, multi-tool, and planet finds. Thanks for tuning in. So without further ado, let's begin today's community expedition. Okay, so the first task is usually always to locate your ship. In this expedition, it's called the compass. So let's take care of that task first, and head the direction your avatar is pointed in initially to go ahead and find your ship. Now, if you watched the last expedition, you know I don't like to spend too much time doing these things because of, well, life. I'm sure you as well don't have as much time as you need, but if you do, play this as you would regularly. But if you don't, do what I do and duplicate right from the get-go. After I find my ship, I go off and find the basics. So ferrite dust, carbon, oxygen, sodium, dihydrogen, and copper if it's available. Then I duplicate myself a giant stack of each, which will last me to the end of the expedition. I'll never have to worry about anything but the tasks themselves, rather than constantly filling up my materials just to live. So go ahead and duplicate yourself some giant stacks of each. And then let's progress to the second task called Clipped Wings, where we have to repair our starship. I don't think this planet has copper, but all you need to do to repair your hyperdrive is go get some copper, stick it in your refiner, and make some chromatic metal. Okay, now that task is done, let's warp to a different system and hopefully save some captains in distress, as the next task is called Liberation, save a freighter from pirates. Okay, now that we've repaired our hyperdrive and our ship is back in action, after you warp, you'll be prompted with a space fight. Don't forget your ship is brand new and stinks. This battle will most likely be a bit frustrating. Just do your best and whoop some pirates. Now that we've fended off the attackers, head on into the freighter, talk to the captain, and claim the freighter. By this point, we'll need to proceed to the next task called Red Skies. Visit a red star and repair the freighter's warp system. But in order to do that, we need a warp hypercore, and in order to get it, you need to go to the anomaly and get the recipe. Now, I already duplicated a plan they gave us from a previous reward and sold a bunch of stacks to create a small cache of just over 100,000 nanites, just to spend on recipes, upgrades, or anything I might need to help with future tasks. I'm all about over-preparedness if you can't tell. So now that I've got all my recipes, I just need to make one warp hypercore in order to do that. We need to get ourselves a storm crystal. Now I found myself this charred planet, switched ship views, and looked around for storm crystals on the ground. They're pretty easy to spot from your ship. They kind of look like a giant dookie, so go find one and wait until a storm brews to extract it. I had to wait about 10 minutes for a storm to roll in before I got mine. After I did though, I duplicated myself a ton and headed back to repair the freighter and proceed with the next task to a red star. So let's go open up our galaxy map and do just that. Okay, now that we've completed that, let's just end phase 1 now and go to the next rendezvous site where we can claim our reward and head over to the next task, which is another rendezvous. Now that we've arrived, let's check out our next task, which is called a Freighter Blighted, in which you must seek out a lost freighter. So let's go pin it and begin it. The game will give you a little marker, so find that marker and head over until you find the lost freighter. Look for a strange black sphere and go access the logs. Contact the fleet, then begin digging up the ground with your terrain manipulator to search the crash site for cargo pods which contain the first piece of the pirate map which you'll need later on. So go find it and complete this task. Moving on, the next phase will have us visit a pirate system. This step is called Lawless Sky. Visit a pirate system. Now it's really not too tricky if you install your freighter's interstellar scanner. This scanner will allow you to see which systems are pirate systems and which are not in your galaxy map. So go find a pirate system. They have a skull on the information box to differentiate them from other systems which are not pirate systems. Okay, once you've repaired your scanner and found your system, warp there to complete Lawless Sky, and head on over to your ship so we can begin Coveted Suns, our next task, which is to find 16 Gravitino balls. Okay, so what I did to get this over quickly was seek out a sentinel aggressive planet, where you know they're guarding those glowing Gravitinos of theirs, and just basically ran around and played hide and seek with the sentinels, grabbed some Gravitinos, and made a hole with my terrain manipulator until they went away, and rinsed, washed, and repeated the formula until I nabbed all 16. Once that's done, if you haven't already, install your Emerald drive and let's begin the next task, which is called Emerald Dreams. Visit a green star. Well, alrighty then. Looks like that was a cinch. Let's complete Phase 2 now and collect the reward and travel to the first rendezvous point of Phase 3. Okay, now that we've arrived and collected our rewards, let's check out the next task called Submerged, where we have to deploy a Nautilon submarine. Now you won't have to look far if you pay close attention to this next part, as the planet we need to go to is located directly next to the star system we're already in. So head over to the system named Lugua Ravi 19, or XIX if you're not too good with Roman numerals. Then punch it. Now that you've arrived in this particular star system, look for the planet named Ipiana Q5, discovered by a player named Dolphin. This planet is a grassy planet with ancient bones, among other things. Once you've arrived, let's start searching underwater for the materials we need to construct the sub, which is crystal sulfide and salt. This planet has those things, you just have to look. Once you find the materials, go ahead and build your sub. And by now, you'll most likely be prompted with another successful milestone task called Leagues Under the Sea, where you must reach an ocean depth of 80 U. This will happen organically once you arrive at the planet and doesn't need much explaining. So start swimming around and get that task anytime. Once you've done that, and complete completed that task, we can begin our next mission, which is named Sunken Antiquities, where we must acquire an aquatic treasure from an underwater ruin. So in order to do that, just go ahead and install your sub scanner. Once it's installed, scan for submerged ruins and head over to that point. On your way there, look for some living pearls which can be found in the mouths of giant clams. You're going to need some of those and some keys to open up the treasure. So go to the ruins, use your terrain manipulator to excavate the pieces and solve the puzzle to get the treasure, then complete the task. Once you've gotten the treasure, you'll receive a prompt and a new marker. So head on over to that marker where we can begin the last task of Phase 3, named The Last Piece, where we must seek out the lost pilot under the ocean. It's pretty straightforward. Head on over to the marker, press enter on the communications node, read the message, and we're all set to end Phase 3 and begin Phase 4. So without further ado, let's head on over to the next rendezvous point. Okay, now that you arrived at your destination, claim your rewards and let's start up the next mission, which is called Boundary Failure and is pretty straightforward. All we have to do is eliminate 16 sentinels. Alright, go find yourself any planet with sentinels and start killing them. Once you've killed at least 16, don't stop there. Even though you've completed the task, I repeat, keep killing the sentinels until you've killed all the sentinels, and then are prompted with a message saying all sentinel forces have been deactivated. Because once you kill all the sentinels, you'll be given the location of a sentinel nest, where you can extract a multi-tool, killing 2 birds with 1 stone. thus completing Boundary Failure task, which is killing 16 sentinels, and completing a second task which is called Counterfire, where you must steal or extract a multi-tool from a sentinel pillar. Okay, once those two tasks are eliminated, we're left with a very easy mission, which is to visit a blue star. So if you haven't already, install all your hyperdrives, and if you haven't, that's fine too. Just head on over to a green star system and extract some emerald from a planet there. Install your indium drive, then head on over to any blue star system to complete this next task named Blue Expanse. Visit a blue star. Now, once that very simple task is completed, we can begin our next task, named Treasure Hunt. By now you've received all 3 pieces of pirate map, and all you have to do is put it together. To do that, head on over to your inventory or exosuit inventory screen. In order to put the map together, just craft the final piece, which will most likely be glowing. Once you've crafted the pirate map, press enter on the map and plot your route to the next marker, where you'll be guided towards a stargate, as I like to call them, or portals. Press enter on the portal's pillar and select the prompts to engage the portal. Don't worry about glyphs or coordinates, it will automatically start. You just have to walk on through. Once you've reached the other side, follow your marker to a set of ruins. Once you're there, you'll need to excavate all the pieces of the puzzle surrounding the ruins in order to open the treasure chest. So once you've gone and excavated the entire lot of artifact fragments, you can use the ancient keys given to open the large artifact crate, thus completing this task named Treasure Hunt. Once that's done, let's complete Phase 4 and collect our rewards. Alright, great job everyone, we've made it to Phase 5. In order to begin our first task, we simply have to collect the reward and begin our next task, which is called Enlistment, where we need to recruit a pilot into your squadron. In order to do this, if you haven't already, head on over to your freighter and click on the Manage Fleet prompt. Once you do, click Manage Squadron and install a new bay for 800 nanites, allowing you to recruit a new pilot. Once that's opened up, all you need to do is head on over to any space station, freighter, or any place where ships land and just recruit the first pilot you see to complete the task named Enlistment. Recruit a pilot to your squad. Now that that's all done with, let's finish up our last annoying task named Galactic Defender, where we'll have to shoot down 16 pirate ships. In my case, I had already killed 6 pirates and had 10 remaining. You might have killed a bunch already and got the task completed earlier on. If you haven't, like myself, just kill, kill, kill. Once that's done, we can head over to the next task named Intergalactic, where we have to reach the center of the universe and travel to the next one. If you haven't done this before, it might be a bit tricky. First off, make sure your ship is fueled to 100%. Next, make sure all your hyperdrives are installed, and after that, you have to select the center of the galaxy by holding down on your directional button. Whichever way the center directs you, for me it was up, so I held the button all the way up until the center was selected, then I pressed enter on it. Once you have your cursor on the center and it allows you to press enter, and let's punch it through to the next universe. Alright travelers, once you've arrived on the other side, you will have completed the task named Intergalactic, where we head to explore beyond the galactic core. Go ahead and collect your rewards and let's begin our final task named Breadcrumbs, where we'll have to build ourselves a base. Alright, now that we've started our final task, we don't actually have to build anything nice looking, we just have to lay down around 15 pieces, I believe, to get this prompt. So lay down your base, computer, claim your base, and begin building. Once you've placed at least 15 pieces, exit the base building mode and finish your final task of building the base. Now that that's completed, so is the expedition. All you need to do is collect your rewards and head over to your main save, then collect your goodies. Well, fellow travelers, it's been really fun doing this expedition with you, and if you've made it this far in the video, maybe you could help me out by smashing the like button, as that is the most simple and easiest way to help support the channel. Thanks again for tuning in, fellow travelers. Join me in my adventures in this coming week for new ships, tips, multi-tools, and nothing but No Man's Sky. This is your friend the Traveler, signing out.
Smash that like button and tickle the little bell icon.